difference and how we can do it. Okay, so see here, first so create a new file, save as HTML. Okay, so I'll save this one as an HTML. So now, what is the basic structure we already discussed? So HTML is nothing but it's a sorry, hypertext markup language, right? So this is hypertext, and what is called as a CSS. So CSS is nothing but cascading style, cascading style sheet. Okay, and what is called JS? So JS is JavaScript. So this is called as a markup language. So using this, you can create a plain text. Okay, you can create a plain text like there will be no, any colors or nothing will be there, and you cannot do anything. You cannot play with that text. You cannot create a buttons or something like that, and you cannot play with that. Okay, but when you go to CSS, you can make a presentation over there. So what you can do is you can do a presentation. Like example, you can make a color and you can make a font size increase or decrease, whatever you can do it there. Okay, what is in JavaScript? So JavaScript is like a dynamic web page. So it is mostly if you create example, if you create a project, okay, using HTML and CSS. Okay, so if you are creating using this, then what happen is it will be called as a static web page. You cannot do anything using that. It will not be a dynamic web page. It cannot respond anything. It will be a static web page. For template purpose, you can do it. For example, I'll show you a template which is in online. If you go here, this is template. So I'll show it in the image. So see here, like this. If I go here, if I select this template, so you can see a simple template, so which has logo and content, and it has some navigations and some sections is there, and the bottom there is a footer. So like this it will be. Okay, so using this you can create a plain text. So example, if you go for an interview, it will be like this. So they will ask you to convert PST example. They will give a image. Thank you, ma'am. So see here, in this, projects, so whatever the project if you create, see here. So I told you example, but you guys have not. So go here in the images, you can see some templates like see here. So this is a logo you can set, and this is a text, and this is the navigation bar and the sections and the footers are there, right? So like this you will be creating. So in nowadays in the IT sectors, there is a position called as web developer or web designer. So for that role they are expecting only HTML and CSS alone. So using that, you need to create a template. So the image will be given. Okay, then you have to create a HTML and CSS file separately. Okay, so that going to be a task for you, and they will also give the images. If suppose, see here, so in this place, you can see some images, right? So like this. So this, so I'll share my experience. I also had interview like this. So they will give me the kind of images what I have to import, and what are the text. If example I've given a home and gallery, so these texts how much the font size would be, and how the alignment should be, and each and everything will be the instruction is given to you, and the image is also given to you. But what is your task is you will create that page where, but there is a twist, like they will ask you to create a page responsive. So responsive is nothing but it should be adaptable for all the devices. Example, if I'm using a laptop, so that website should be visible in my laptop, as well as that content should be visible in my phone, in or also in the tablet as well. Okay, this is the statement they will give you. For that you need to start working on. Okay, so the next thing is, so these are the main important things. So when you go to JavaScript, so in JavaScript, they will ask you to create, or example, they can give a simple programs. Okay, so they will give a simple program and they will ask you to execute. So let me tell you. So one of my student had this thing. So I'll show you this. So code bytes. So from this, they have asked a question. They ask you to solve. Sometimes this is a task. Okay, so see here, I'll go with some JavaScript coding. uh, Let me get down. Okay, I'll click on this, a JavaScript simple calculator, not like this. So here you can see some certain instructions will be given, like here I think so. Okay, see here, this is what. So let me take some challenges, okay, from this. So like first to reverse. If I click on this, it will begin a challenges. Okay. So in this place, you can see set of text is that is the instructions will be given. So how to create this? I just want this to be reverse. For that, they will be given everything, but you need to change the statement which has been mentioned here. Code goes here, and keep this functions calling. So you need to call a function from here. So this is what you will be doing. Okay. So as of now, so we'll start the part. So what are the things we need to complete? Okay. So the basic structure is nothing but doc type, HTML, and then HTML slash HTML. Okay. So within this, I will mention the two things. So which is very important. That is nothing but head slash head and the body element. Okay. So this is what it will be. In this head element, I can give a title for the page. The page. Okay. I will be giving my portfolio project, like this I've given. Okay, so next is a body element. So in this body element, I can give many elements are there, so we'll discuss one by one. Okay, so let's say for an example, if I'm going to mention the heading. Okay, so heading means the font size differs. We have so many headings. Okay, so this is this. If you want to make a command line, so command line is nothing but it's like a notification. Just you can give an instruction to yourself. If example you are doing in one project and it is handled by some other one. Okay, so then they will not know so what module is going on, what is this. So for the understanding purpose, we can give the head like comments. So comments will be like this. So you need to text give the text within this. So headings. Okay, I'm giving a heading name as let it be a section, or I will go with home. I'll go with this home. Okay, so home. Copy this. There are from H1 to H6 there is a content. So changing this to be H2. And copy this again. Like this it will be. So 3, and this gonna be a 4, 5, and this is 6. Okay, like this I have given a heading. So it's going to be a portfolio. So I'm changing the topic name, as example a project, and company list which I work, and I'll give you some freelancing work what I did. So these are the text. You can give whatever the text you want. Okay, and also I can give uh, about testimonial, and here I'll change this to contact. So to contact me. So these are the headings. So H1 to H6 you can give. And next thing is I can give a paragraph for each and every headings. Okay, for home, let me get the text. Okay. Mm, Getting an objective resume examples. I'll just copy this for paragraph. Okay, you can give any paragraph. So paragraph should be like this. So you need to mention angle package, and within this you need to give a P. Okay, so give a text and close this paragraph. Projects. So for projects, what I will do is I am going to insert some images. Okay, I'm going to insert some images. What is my project? So to import an image, you need to give like this. Okay, so this is a paragraph. Okay, to give an image, you need to give img src is equals to the file name. So what is a file name? My file, so I'm working on JS coding. So let's go here, and I'll click on this JS coding. Okay, so here I have a one file, so default file. Okay, just I'll type here. So default dot jpg. Okay, and if suppose the image is not displayed, then you need to use a alt attribute. So already you guys know this is called as an element. So it will have a starting and ending tag, and which is not having an ending tag, that is called as a self-closing tag. Okay. So here I am mentioning the alt attribute. So this is an attribute. So in this attribute, I will mention some text. If suppose my image is not viewable, then I can give some text over there, like so this is a default image, like this I can give. Okay, so now next I'm going to give one important thing. So as of now we'll be getting an image. So let's see the output. uh, so here you can see what is your home and the projects and the company list. So I'm going to list the companies which I'm going to work. Okay, so as of now this is the thing. So now what I will do is I'm going to create it as a link. Okay, so do one thing. So what I will do is I'm going to create unordered list. So there is something called as an order and unordered list. So as of now I'm giving a name as, this is called as a unordered list. Okay, so unordered list, the element starts from UL and it will end using a slash UL. Okay, so within this, I need to give element as li slash li. So the names are the names which is in the heading. So I'm going to mention that what are the name I've given. Just copy it and give it in the list of elements. So I'll copy all these and I can change this to the li. Okay, so I'm just changing this to li. Changing this to li and this to be li and slash li. Okay, so give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, ma. So next thing is, see here. So I have given a list of element. Okay, there are two things is there. One is called as a unordered list. The other one is called as a an order list. Okay, first we'll see about unordered list. Mm, if I run this code, we can see the list of element has been displayed. That is a list of cut text has been displayed. Okay, so now I'm going to change this to be a link. So if I click on this link, it will move to the home, and if it is a company list, it will go to the company list. Okay, so first just go here and so here I will give some link. Okay, so to make as a link, you need to use an anchor element. So anchor tag href equals to some value. So the value is, um, if you are going to direct within a page, then you have to use a hash. Okay, otherwise you can mention it as a link. If you can use it as a link. If example, see here I'm giving it as https www.google.com. If I give like this, what happened? So let's run this. I need to close this anchor tag /e. Just if you run this, you can see it is in the link. If I click on this link, you can see the Google page. Okay, like this it will be. So now I don't want this to be in a URL, so I'm mentioning it as in a hash value. Okay, so next here I'm going to make it as a ID. Okay, so ID is hash. So hash and ID is similar. For the value href, you need to mention it as a hash, and here you need to give it as a ID. Okay, if I click on this home, it will display this home. So for that, you need to give the same name. So here I'm giving it as a home, and here also you need to give the same name which you have given. Okay, just copy this and paste it here. So like this you have to do. So let's come down. So company list, I'm giving some company list which I work. Let me company list. Okay, I'll take this company list. Okay, I'll just put it in the. So now what I will do is I'm going to create a order list. So order list is nothing but it will be in a numbers. Okay, /ol. So here I'm going to give a set of company names. So I'm going to make it as a list of elements. So list of elements, and I'll close this. Here also try to close this one. /li. So you can see the numbers here. Okay, so list of elements. Here also I'm giving a list of elements. Just close this. Okay, this is in the order list. Let me check. So how it works. If you run this, just come and see. See here, it is in the number wise. Okay, it is 1, 2, 3. So if you want to change the type also, you can do that. Okay, so how we can do it? Just go here and give the type equals to, I'm giving it as a capital A. So then what you'll be getting a output, you'll be getting a ABCD. And I don't want that to be an ABCD. You should start from the letter E, then I will give the value 5. If it is 5 means it will start from E value. Okay, can you see E, F, G, H like this? It will be appearing. Okay, and for freelancer work, uh, let me, I'll get some text. Okay, I'll just copy this. Okay, I'll put it in the freelancing work, and I'll mention this within a container. So DAV is a container. Okay, it is like a box. You can store as many value here. Okay, just copy and paste it, the content. And next, what I will do is for testimonial, just getting the text, just copy this. Okay. So some example I'm giving. Okay. For contact, what you will do is you need to add some address, right? So where is your company? What you have to do is just go to the Google map. Okay. So once you go, just click on this. So you can choose any of the thing. So I'm clicking here. You can see some options, right? So in this place, you need to choose share. So in this share, just go to the embed a map. Okay, you can see some iframe. Okay, so iframe is nothing but if you are trying to import some web pages or some text within a web page, it is called as an iframe. So I'll show you how we can do this. Let's go and run this. You can see the iframe. So this is how we will be importing a map. Okay, and also you can also import websites if you want. So for example, I'll take some website testimonials. Okay, so example, I'm taking this to be my website testimonial. So what I will do is I'll go here and I will give the element name as iframe, and you need to mention this to be src. Okay, in this src we will be giving a name to be like this, and just close this iframe. And if you want to mention the width and height of this iframe, you need to mention. So this is with this again an attribute. I'm giving value and width and height. So what is the height? It's going to be. So width is I'm giving some 300, and for height I'm giving some 300. Okay, so let's check. Run this, you can see the testimonials. You can see a particular website we can inside within this. Okay, so now we can bookmark it. So how we can make a bookmark? So let's see. So already we have mentioned a link, right? So for that, I am going to mention a link for all the list of elements. Okay. So first I'll give a name for each and everything. For this heading, I'm giving ID to be a project. Here also I'm giving a ID to be company. I'll come down, and here ID to be freelancer. And here ID is testimonial. Okay, so like this I have given, and one more thing is there for contact. So for contact you can give ID is equals to contact. Okay. So just go up, and here you need to create a href. So what is this? For this one, it is a project slash a, and for this I'll copy href is equals to hash of. I have mentioned this to be a company. Close this anchor. So for each and everything, you need to mention this hash if it is not an a URL. Okay, slash a. So let's check the output. So now just go up. So see, each and everything is in the link. Okay, if I click on this contact, you can see the contact thing, and if I click on the testimonial, so you can see the testimonial page. So this is how it will be. And if you are trying to add some colors, you can also do that. For example, I want some color to be added for this home. I need to add the attribute. So attribute is nothing but you need to mention style attribute within this background color, some pink. Okay, and so this is a value, that is property which you're going to give, and this is a value. The color, what will be the background color? So color obviously will be in a color values, right? And also I'm giving a color, that is the text color. So the text color should be in a purple. So for that I'm giving a purple. Okay. So for each and everything I'm giving the same thing. So let's copy this for all the headings. Okay. Just put it here. So if you are trying to add the attributes, and if you are trying to give some colors or font sizes, you can also do that, like giving a attribute and then propagate value. So here I will give this and get down. So here I need to give this. Okay. So now we'll go and check. So see here. So this is the background color and the text. If you want to give the border, so how we can give the border? Mm, Example, you need to give the border property, and border is, if example, the first thing is you need to mention the width. So width is I'm giving as a 1 pixel, and it's gonna be a type. So what style it should be? For example, I'm giving it a solid, and it is a red in color. See here. So I'll tell you how to run this. Okay, so give me time. Okay, so no issues. Just remove this. I'll tell you in a CSS. Okay, how to do that. So as of now, these are the important things which we have in this. And tables also very simple. To create a table, what you will do is you need to give the element as table slash table. Uh, so this is how it will be. So to create a table, the element has been mentioned. So within this, we'll be giving a table tr. For example, I can take this for the list of service which we are providing. Okay, so I'll give the name to be heading 1 services. Okay, slash h1. So in this I'm going to mention the table. So table is it will have some 2 rows. Okay, so it is going to have a 2 rows. So I will give it as a tr slash tr. So table row will be having a different cells. What inside that is slash tr. So in this table row, I'll be taking this to be a table head slash t head. Just copy this. I need some 2 things which I need to mention. So this is going to be a heading which will be in a bolder. So for that we are using th. So but normally you will give this to be a table data td slash td slash td. Okay. So in this th, I'm giving a name as services like web hosting and search engine optimization. Sorry. Copy this and put it in the again table row. So this is gonna be a TD, that is table data. So here I will give this to be a table TD. Okay. So here I will mention the values. Okay. Example name and implemented. So here I will give 100% for this table data. /td. So here I'm giving this to be some 80%. Okay. So just cut this and paste it here. Okay, now you can check some table is there. You can also make a border if you want. Okay. And there are some different things are there. Example, cell padding. Cell padding is a distance between the text and the border. Okay, first of all, I'll create a border. Okay, so border equals to 1. And I'm making that to be a width of 100% so that it will be compatible with all other devices. For that purpose, I'm giving this to be an 100%. Let's check. See here, this is how it will be. If I need to increase the cell padding and cell spacing, yes, we can do this. Cell padding. So I'll give some text and cell spacing. So cell spacing is a space between this cell, name cell, and web hosting and all other cells. But if it is a cell padding, then there is a space between this text and the that is the border. Okay. So and also I can make it this to be a center. So style to text align center. Let's run this. Okay, so here you can see some text. The text align center is there, and you can see this. Okay, so in the table a row, so there are two different things are the table heading and table heading. So you can mention or you can give some colors for that. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the row span for this 100% and 80%. How can I do that? Just go here and give a row span. So the both row, that is self-hosting and search engine is going to be in 100%. So I don't want two rows. So I'm just going to give it as 2 and I'll remove this. Okay. So if I remove this, so what happened? So it will be combined together. Okay. And I don't want this column to be splitted, name and implemented. I'm just going to make it as a single one. So how I can do this? Call span equals to 2 and the name which I'm going to specify is uh, this is, or I can give all covered services. So this is a name I'm giving. Just I'm going to delete this. So if you see this, see here, this is how it will be. So all covered services is listed here. Okay. So this is all a very simple thing we do it in HTML. So next thing is, so what is all about a form? So if someone is going to get into your web page, then I need a sign up. Okay. So what I will do is here I will give a form. Okay, so form, for this you need to give a mention a element as form. So in this we can give a multiple things. So as of now I'm giving an input element. Okay. We have something called input and text field, sorry, text area, and then select option, and then we have input list. Okay, sorry, data list. Okay, these are the different input field we have. So as of now, what I will do is I will set the field set. Okay, so field. So this is also one, uh, that is element which is used to set lines. I'll show you so how it will be. So I'm closing this with the field set, and I can give a name for this as a legend. So in this only you will give a name, legend. I'll give a name as sign up form. Okay, so in this input, what are the things we can add? So let me show you so how it runs. So this is how it will be, sign up form, and I have not added anything. So this line is come from the field set, and this sign up form is a label. Okay, so here in the input field, just go here and give a type. So type is nothing but a text. Okay, and I'm giving a name. So I want the first name of the candidate who is coming into the my website. So next thing is I'm getting a last name for them and the text area. So text area is going to be and also for the input type we have so many input types. See here, I can also give the type to be password. I can change the name to be a password. Okay, and then first one is here I will give a label. So label is nothing but it is mostly used for the screen reader. For that purpose, we are using this label. So this is asked in the interview point of view. If you are attending the interview for the front end, they will ask you what are the elements we'll use for the screen reader. So you can obviously tell this answer and alt. So these are all used for the screen readers. Okay. So in this label, I'm giving some name. So creates password. Okay. And just copying this, I'll use it here. This is gonna be re-enter the password. Okay. So here also you can create a labels. And also here I'll change this to first name. Just copy this as well. Put here, and this gonna be your last name. Okay. So now we will check. So this is the case. So first name, last names. So if you wanted to be the next line, then you can use a break statement. BR is a break statement. It will break the line. So here you can see the form. Okay. So Okay, ma. So and next, if you see, so here I will create one more input type. Okay, the element is same. The input is an element, but the type varies. Okay, I'm just giving this to be a radio button. Okay, so for this radio button, I will give a name as gender. Okay, so label, it's gonna be male. And copy this. This is gonna be a female. And next thing is male and the female. And now we this is for like in a radio buttons. You can choose either one option, not both the thing. But I'll copy all these things, put it down. I'm going to create a checkbox. Okay. For checkbox, I can mention like this, like what are the products I have. So example, so this is a HTML. So I'm giving something like this, HTML, CSS, and I'm copying this again. This to be JavaScript. Okay. So what the next thing is, so in this place, so I'll change the name. So the name to be a course. Is to be a course. Next is the type. It's going to be a checkbox. The name should be similar. Okay. So now we'll go and run this code. Um, so this is the code. If you run this, you can see the radio buttons. Okay. And if you see this, you can use a checklist. But this one you can click on either one, not the both the things. Okay. And and also one thing we can do, so I'll just refresh. So as of now nothing is can be selected, right? But you can also give the attribute to be that is selected or checked. So now I'm giving the value to be, so this is called as a boolean. So I'm giving as a selected, so checked. Run this, you can see the box is checked for the HTML I given. Okay, so or also you can give like this. You can also mention like this. You can see the two boxes will be checked. Okay, and what is and also we have so many things. You can also give the submit button using an input. So how we can give this? So input type is equals to submit, or you can give a button. So here I'm giving a value to be a submit. So now if you refresh and see, so you need to fill all these things, then you'll be getting, or I can give it as a button. Okay, so we'll fill this so that we'll be getting an options. So just I'll remove all these things. So now you can see the submit button. Okay, so this is how it sign up forms. Okay, and the next thing is so this is button and everything is done. So now if I'm trying to set a text field, so text area is nothing but if you have some descriptions, you can give over there. So for this you need to mention the rows and the columns value. I'm giving a rows to be some 30, the column should be some 40. And for example, I'm just closing this text area. Example, I'm giving this to be example. Uh, Give me a description. So like this I'm giving. Okay. If you run this part, you can see some description, which is text area has been given here. Just give a break statement. So like this, it will be. And decrease a row to be some 20. And, to set a select option, so what you will do, you need to do like this. So select options. I'm giving list of options here. Options slash option. So here I'll give some set of names. Example. Uh, so I'm giving a label also. So which course have you enrolled in? Okay. So I'm giving set of option like foundation. Here I'm giving it as a full stack web development. Intelligence. I hope my screen is visible for you. So there is some internet connection problem. Guys, just confirm me. Is my screen is visible for you? Is Aparna, Taslima? Yes, please respond, ma. Are you? Can you see my screen? Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, like this it will be, and if you run this, so you run this, you can see this. Okay, so courses you have chosen. So just click on the any one courses like this. You will be having enough options. Okay. And here we have a different thing like, so that is a data list. Okay, data list thing. So it is like an input field. Okay, so see here the same select options only, but it will be in a different mode. So let's check how we can do this. So here I will give a name as the label name. Mm, close this. So inside this, I'll have some data list. So data list, nothing but like a select. Okay. So next thing is, I need it to be, it as an input. So for that, I'll mention it as an input, and order the courses completed. Okay. So there are some two attributes I'm specifying. So list and this to be complete. So this list value you can give mention any values, okay. And the next thing is I will give a name and also the ID. The name is gonna be details. ID is also gonna be details. Okay. So inside this I have a data list. So here I will be having a attribute called ID. So this ID name and the listed name should be similar. So what is the ID name here? It is complete. So just give it as a complete, and I'm going to give the options value. Okay, just close this. So moreover, you have seen this one in a real time. So just I'll show you what it is. So let's run and check this. So here you can see a data list. So this is called a data list. You can see the multiple options. If I choose this, you will be like this. Okay. There will be a drop down. Okay. So this is how it will be designed. So these are the basic, elements you will follow. And now we will see what are the attributes we can use it in the input field. For example, I want to increase this text size. So text size, box size is very small, right? So if I want to increase it, you need to mention the size attribute, and you'll give some value to be 100 or like that. So whatever the number you want. If you refresh and see, you can see the input text has been increased. And if you're trying to change the value of the password, okay, so the maximum max length. So this is the attribute can use to set the maximum. So if I'm giving as a 6, so what happens is if I run this, you can see the maximum password to be 6. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm trying to type 7, but it is not accepting. Okay, so this is what it will be. And uh, if I'm trying to just give required, and wait a minute, let me check. Slow down. Just closing it out. And here I will submit this to the submit. Just run this. So, so here I have given the value to be required. So not for this. So password is required, right? So I'm giving here the another attribute that is called as required. If I run this, no, I'm trying to click on submit. So see here, you can see, please fill out this field. So this is the error it will be throwing. Okay. And if you come down in the select options, so you can mention some attribute here. Okay. So what I will do is I can give a value to be some a. Okay. And I'm mentioning this to be selected always. Okay. So selected is the attribute. So if you refresh and see, uh, so the foundation is selected. So now I'm removing this and I'm placing it in the artificial intelligence. Okay. So now if you run this, you can see the artificial is selected. So when the user is viewing the text. Okay. So these are the some attributes we will use in the real-time example. And what are the attributes we will use in the form element? So there are something called as method. So in this method, we have some two values. One is post. So post is used if example, I have an attribute called action. If I'm going to give some script like a .php file, then what happens is whatever the text I'm just importing in my field in the form, it will be stored in this particular server. Okay, but if I'm not giving any actions or value, and I can simply go with the get element. So whatever the text I'm giving, just it will be displayed in this URL itself. It is not secure. Okay, so see here. So the get is unsecured, and if you see post is a secured. Okay, this how it will be. So this is unsecured and this is a secured one. So now we'll understand one simple thing. Next, the important is two options. One is auto complete. If I give this to be on, okay, just go here and type something like name, whatever it may be. What happens if I clicking on this, it shows some names, right? So now I refresh this page and go here and make it as a off. So now if you click on this, so if you click on this, what happened? It is not evaluating any names, right? So it is an off condition. So if you see here, if I click on this, I cannot see. But if you go on this, so if someone have entered some first name in that system, you can see. So see here, if now it is visible for me. So this is called as an autocomplete. And one more thing is have something called as a no validate. So no validate is example. So I have mentioned it as a required, right? So now what I will do is I'm just giving, so this password is required, right? So, but I'm not giving anything. Okay, once again, I will go with this. So now, see here, it is not throwing any error. So if I submit, what happens? It is not throwing any error. Okay, but if I remove this, okay, if I remove this, run this, what happens is, see here, if I try to click on submit, so it is asking for the please fill out this field. Okay. So if you're giving any validated option, but you don't want to be, continue, then you can give a no validate attribute. Okay. So these are the attribute we are using in the form element. Okay. And now we will see about what is CSS. Okay, what happened? Okay, now we will see what is CSS, the basics thing. Okay, so as of now, we know where is a page. So this is a page, okay, and I just want to make it a colorful presentation. So how can I do that? So this form, I need some background color. So how I can give? So there are some three types you can give a CSS files. Okay, so the first thing was you can I'll mention here. So CSS, three ways to give things. So it is nothing but cascade, style, sheet. Okay, so how we can implement this? So we can implement this. We can do it in an internal or inline, or you can go with the external. Okay, so if you see in the in internal, how we can do this means you need to if it is an inline, obviously you can go to the element and you will mention some color. If example, see here, I'm giving a style that's going to be a background color of some coral, and the text should be okay. The text color should be some red. Okay, so let's check the font. So here, so instead of red, I will go with so here you can see the some text. Okay, so and you can also make some alignments. You can increase the font size. I can also increase the font size. Just go here and select font hyphen size. In this size I will give some 30 pixel, so it will be in some 30 pixels. Okay, this is how it will be. And if you want to add something else also, you can do it. I'm giving the text align to be center. So let's check so it works. So it is in the center part. Okay, so this is called as an inline style sheet. Okay, so this is called as an inline style sheet. And what is called as an external style sheet? How I can color externally? Then what you have, sorry, internally. So then you have to create a style element. Sorry, have to create a style element within the body element, head element. So within this head element, what you have to give? You need to mention a style element slash style. Okay, so within this you can make some colors. Okay, just scroll down. I'm going to make some color for my paragraphs. Okay, give this to be a paragraph. Okay, so I'm going to make a some changes for my paragraph. So what I will do is within this style element, you need to mention the element and name. Okay, so the element which I'm going to choose is the selector. Selector is paragraph. So within this, I'm going to have a property and value, the same thing, the property and the value. So I'm giving some background color. So background color, it's going to be a cyan I'm giving. And next thing is, I need some border. Okay, so border, colon, the width is 1 pixel. So how the line should be? The line should be some 1 pixel, and the style is going to be solid. And I want this to be in a red. Okay. So now we'll go and check. Just scroll down. In the home, you can see it is in cyan, and the outer color is in red color. So if you come down, here also I've mentioned. So right, this is in the some cyan color, and it is there, right? So this is how you will be doing the things. So now, what is called as an external style sheet? So how we can do this? Just go here, file, and save as. So I'm saving this file to be uh, external one.js. Okay, this is my, sorry, CSS. Okay, this is not a JS file. I'm trying to create a CSS file. So just go here and select C cascading style sheet where it is. So it's here. Just click on this and save. Okay. So here I want my whole entire body elements. I want this whole entire body to be some color. Okay. So for that, uh, what I will do is just go here and type the what is the element name. It is body. So inside this body, you need to give the property and value. So property is, again, I need some background color. Color this gonna be some, giving this to be a gray color. Okay, I'm giving this to be, I'll tell you what it is. Okay, later I will see this. So in this background color, and also I need to set some border. So border, I'm giving a width to be some 5 pixel, and I wanted this to be a dotted, not solid, and the color is going to be, um, I'll take some dark color. Okay, so this is some different files, right? So it is created in external. So how I can combine it? So now you need to go here in the title. After this title, just write link. So you're going to link, right? So what is the file name? HREF. So in this HREF, you will be mentioning the file name. So file name is external one.css. Okay. So just close this off. So this is a link, tag, and you have given the href, that is external one.css file. And next to this, you can mention the type. So type is going to be a text slash CSS. It is a plain text, and what it is, the CSS is nothing but it's a format. So it is in the CSS format. So now you go here and just run this. Wait a minute. I didn't mention the style sheet, right? So relation is nothing but it's going to be a style sheet. So now you can see the entire page. It is in a gray color, which I have mentioned, and it is in a dotted lines. The overall line, it is in the dotted line. So this is how it will be. Okay. So next thing is, so what is a cascading order? So for example, this might be asked in your interview. Cascading order is, so how, uh, you know, cascading order. So cascading order is, if I give the same, color for all the elements. If example, my paragraph is there, I'm giving a different color from in the inline, internal and external. So let's see what happens. So go to the paragraph. There is a paragraph. In this paragraph, I'm giving a some class name. So class is nothing but, in the web page, if you have a paragraph and I just want to give the different properties for different classes, then you can go with the class name. Okay, so just go here and give double quotes. Within this, you need to mention some variable. So I'm giving this to be B. Okay, this is my class name. And also here, I'm mentioning this to be a style equals to, um, I'll give this to be some color. Okay, so background color is yellow. So this is how it will be. Um, I mentioned this to be in a yellow color. So if you refresh and see, so see here it is in what yellow color. So now what I will do is just go here and in this place, in this paragraph, so instead of paragraph, I'm going to denote it as a class. So we need to mention dot B. Okay, so what is the class name? It is dot B. So if you run this, still you can see it is in yellow color. So cascading order. So first thing is it will, what happens? So it will look the inline style shape, not with the first thing is inline. Okay. And the second one is, let's see, I'm just removing this. There's this guy. I'm just removing this. Okay. So now it is a dot D, right? So now what I'm doing is, it is in some cyan color. So now I will go to the external file. I'm trying to give it as a dot D. And here I will give this background color to be yellow. Okay. So let's try this. It's going to be yellow. So now we will check if it works. So now you can see it is in cyan color. Why? Because so the next thing is it will accept internal style sheet. Okay, the third part is external style sheet. Okay, the last one only it will accept the external style sheet. These are the steps it will follow. And so now we'll understand so how the float works. Okay, so float is nothing but if some images is their example. Uh, Before this, I'm inserting some images. Okay, so here I have some image src, and I will go with the same image which I've given. So default dot jpg file. Okay. So here I'm going to mention the width. So width gonna be some 200 pixels, and then height is gonna be some 200 pixels. Okay. So like this it will be, and in the I'm also mentioning the paragraph. Okay. So paragraph, I'll be giving this within a div container. So slash div. Okay. So within this, I'm having some paragraph. So let me take it from lorem ipsum. Repeat this. Just close this paragraph. Okay, see here, this is an image and this is a text. So it is in a different line. So what I will do is, here I have an image, right? So I will mention, so img is going to be a float. So you can see, I'll also increase this text. Okay, so that will be understanding better. See here, so it is in the right side. Okay, my images is in the right side and the text is here. So now I can also change this to be in a left side. So left side means it will be the images in the left side and the text will be in the right side. So this is how you can create a things. Okay, and the next thing is what is border, right? So how we can create a border, and the most important thing is if you go here and just right click, go to the inspect. So in this place, you can go with the computer. So computer, you can see some different things, right? So this is called your text. So how the text has been displayed, and this is called as padding. So padding is the space between the text and the border, and the margin is the space after the border. So let's check how we can work with this. Example, in the output, I will go with the, okay, I'll go with this home. Okay, so let's consider this home heading. So I'm just going to change this. So H1. So this H1, I need some padding between the text and the border. Okay, so this is a text and the border. There is no space, right? So I need some space. So how I can leave the space? By giving a padding, and you need to measure the value. There are 4 values, like top, bottom, left and right. So whatever the values you're giving, it will get increased. As of now, I'm giving some 20 pixels. You go and check. So it will take all the spaces. So from the top and bottom, left and right will be the 20 pixels. But I just wanted, if I give it two values, just run this, you can see some spaces has been increased in this left and right. So for the left and right, it is a 50 pixels, and for the top and bottom, it will be a 20 pixels. Okay, and and if you give something like 0 pixels, so 0 pixel is a bottom will be 0 and the top will be 20, but the left and the right will be some 50 pixels. Okay, these are three values you can give, and you can also mention like this. So I don't want anything for the bottom, so I need it for top. Then you can give something like this. Like this you can. And what is called as a margin? So margin is something, okay, you can see this box, right? That H1, and you have some text in the paragraph. So you need some more space between this. How can I do that? So you can do it using, see here, margin. The margin, you can give some values like, the same thing. So top, bottom, left and right. So as of now, I need a space for the bottom alone. I'm giving some 100 pixels. See here, so this is my box home, and this is one. So I left some bottom spaces to be the 100 pixel. If I'm reducing this to be a some pixel, so what happened, it will take the half of the space. So this is called as a bottom space. And if I'm trying to already I have a border, right? So let me check. Just yeah, here I didn't set any border as of now. Let me check once again. Yes. So in this thing I have set the border. So I don't want here. So I'm just setting a border. So border to be some 6 pixels. Okay. And the solid, and I'm giving this to be some blue. Or I can go with the groove. Groove is also one more type. Just if you run this, you can see the box, that is the borderline. You can also increase, I can change this to be wavy visible. Wavy it is not applied here, so it is actually a text decoration. I can show you text decoration. We have so many options. So if you give wavy, okay, I'll give this for that a normal text. As of now, I'll go with the border. So border I giving some 10 pixels, and dashed value is gonna be some red. So this is how you can create the border values. Next to this, so as of now, we learned what is content, what is padding, and what is border and margin. So how it has been calculated. For example, I'm taking a body. I'm taking the body element. So okay, here itself I'm doing. So the body element, what I will do is I'm just specifying this to be box sizing. Okay, so I'm going to size a box. So for this, I'm giving a content box. So if it is a content box, see here how the calculation will be. So I'm just running this. So here you can see some numbers, right? 375 and 3312. So let me give the width and height for this. So instead of body, I will go with the this, heading element itself. Okay, just going here and giving the box sizing to be the content. So now we'll run. Just go here and refresh this. Just right click. You can select this box, right? So click on this box. So here you can see it's completed. So here you can see what are the margins and the paddings value has been given. So padding is 21 and 16, and a total heading is going to be 954. Okay, so here it is 914 pixels, and also I'll assign some width and height for this. It's going to be some 300. Height is going to be some 100 pixels. Okay, just run this. So here you can see what happened. It is 300 and 100. Okay, so I have mentioned that values to be 300 height and 100 pixels. So when you go here and just if you choose on this, what happened? It's showing some 319 width and 179.2 height. So how it is possible? So it has been increased. Okay, actually this should not be done here. Okay, it is adding the padding value. See here, the padding is some 60, and this going to be 10 pixels. Okay, this has been added. So that is the reason it is showing a different width and height. So what you have to do is just go here and change this to be a border box. You run this. Now, if you check here, the exact value you can see. See here. So at the top, in the highlighted box, you can see the width and height to be some 300 and 100. So this is how the value should. So what you have to use, you need to use a border box instead of a content box. So content box is a default one. Border box is the okay. So now you would have understand what is box layout and how we can make a use of box sizing, right? The next thing is we'll understand what is position. So position is nothing but see here. I have a container, right? So div container. So instead of that, I'm creating one more container. So div slash div. So this is my parent container. I'm giving a class name as related. Okay. So this is my class name, and I'm creating one more div. So div classes absolute. Okay. Just close this slash div. So now what you will do is this is my parent and this is my child. So let's see this. Just go up, and this is called as a positions. Okay. as a positioning. Just go up, and here I'm just giving it as a dot related. And the next one is dot absolute. So here we have some different values, okay, like relative, absolute, static, and fixed and sticky. Okay, so in this, the first I'll go with the relative portions. The relative, we have a special properties in all the things. Expect, which is not have a special property, is static, which is a default one. So all other, it will have a special property. So here I'm giving a position to be a relative, and I want some values like top is, I need some 300 pixels. Okay, from the tops it needs some 300 pixel space. Also I'm giving a width, gonna be some 500 pixels. Be some 50. Okay, that's enough. And for the height also I'm mentioning that's gonna be some 100 pixel. Okay. So in this absolute, what I will do is I'm again giving a position to be absolute. Okay. And just copy all these. I'll have a special properties and width and height. I'll give this to be 300, and I want the left space. Okay, so left position, that is space, the special property should be some 40 pixels, and the height is going to be some 50 pixels. And you can also give some border. So border as 1 pixel solid. I'll go with the color. So I'll go with the RGB values. I'll tell you what is RGB. Okay, so RGB. Okay, so 100, 0, 0, point. And then just copying this. I also I want some green color thing. So if you run this, so at the bar in the top, it has some 50 pixels, and within this box, you will be having some text. To be very clear, I will give some text. Okay. Paragraph. So once I complete, then you can move on. So give me some time. Here I'm mentioning this to be a paragraph. So if you run this again, this I'll give some background color. So So here you can see this is my parent class, and within that I have a absolute. So this is how it will be used. Okay. So so in the once again.